Everyone, it's Pam from Glam Junk Journals, and I'd like to share with you what I've been working on for the past couple weeks. This is my Asian inspired junk journal, and the inspiration for this was from a couple different places. First off, I found this gorgeous fan at a thrift store, and I absolutely loved the coloring of the fan. I also found some of this fabric at the same thrift store, and I just thought, oh man, I'm going to have to make an Asian themed junk journal out of that. And then the third thing that inspired me was my lovely daughter and her fiance last year went on a trip throughout Europe, and they hit a lot of the Asian countries. And my daughter knows how much I love to collect ephemera, whether it be old maps or napkins or papers or anything from trips, touristy things like that. So she saved everything from their trip. They went to Japan and Nepal, and so she brought me back this huge stack of all of their sightseeing material, their maps, and so it is so fun. It was just fabulous to incorporate all of those authentic things from the Far East in this journal. So it was so much fun to do. So let me tell you all about it. This journal is 3 signatures. It measures 6.5 by 9.5, and it has a 2.5-inch spine. And this is made from a cardboard box. I just cut out the cardboard into the size that I wanted and created my own spine. Then what I did is I sewed this fabric onto my cardboard, and I did this with my last journal and it worked out so well. I thought, hey, I'm going to do that again. So what I did is I went all the way around the edges with some gold thread and secured the fabric onto the cardboard. I also did put some glue underneath to make sure it was very sturdy. And then on top of that, I added 2 different ribbons. One is kind of a maroon color and the other is a purple crinkle ribbon, and here is some gold trim. And then along this side I went through my flower stash. You guys know how I love all my fake flowers that I have in my stash. I pulled out some cherry blossoms, so I thought that went well with the Asian theme. And underneath here, let me lift this up again, I did do a cluster of some of the fabric and the ribbon that is used throughout the journal. I stuck that underneath the fan and the flower, and I added a ribbon on the top. One of the challenges I had with this was this fan, how to attach it to the journal cover and make it secure. Well, that's when you ask your handy dandy husband, who is very good with this kind of stuff. He has a wonderful garage full of everything you could ever want. And I said, hey, what's the most powerful, strongest glue you have? So he did give me a very strong glue, and he said it is all-purpose glue, and I don't know what it's made of, but basically it's awesome. And I usually don't use this in my junk journals, but I needed something even more powerful than E6000. And what I did is I did secure this down, and believe me, it is on there. It takes 24 hours to set, but it is so secure on there, it is not coming off. So I was very pleased with that, because I didn't want to make a journal where the the embellishments on the cover would not be secure and would fall off. So that's what all of this is secured with, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So on the side, I did just use some of that purple crinkle ribbon to make a tie closure. And this is like a satin ribbon. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. And we'll go inside and check it out. I'm so excited with how this turned out, you guys. It was so much fun. So here is the inside of the front cover. I did create a quilted piece with some more of this green fabric, kind of to give it a little more oomph to the cardboard, if that's a word. Well, it is a word, but I don't know if that's appropriate for this, but I say it is. And I created a cluster with some scrap embellishments that I had in my stash and some of the fabric, and I sewed on a vintage button at the top there. And underneath, you can see here, the inside of the cover is another piece of fabric that I got at a thrift store. It's cream and gold, and it also has the same oriental type of design on it. So that's on the inside of both the front and the back cover. This image was from the Graphics Fairy, and along the bottom here, this is a pillowcase that had some trim on it, actually a pillow sham, excuse me. And I have used this in my Bohemian junk journals, and I still have a lot of that trim left. And there's some more at the top, and I added some gold trim there and just some stamps of some purple butterflies. And along the side here, I did sew on a piece of necklace, a broken necklace that I got at a thrift store, and I thought that kind of looked in the same Asian theme as I was going for. And on this page, this is a flip up right here of some fabric that I think is still available at Hobby Lobby. I got this and it was on sale, and I thought, oh, that is so beautiful. And I love the red, and it's got the pearls and the diamonds sewn on it. So I thought that definitely looked Asian to me. And I did some stamping right there of some butterflies. This right here is a page from a children's book that talked about all different parts of the world. So that has Malaysia and Indonesia, and some really pretty pictures of some children there. There's some tracing paper and some writing paper. And on this page here is some of my daughter's ephemera that she brought back. I don't know what this was, but I'm thinking it had to do with, here's another piece of it that I didn't use. It had to do with, well, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but hopefully I put it the right way up, and hopefully it doesn't say anything that shouldn't be in a junk journal, but I sewed that along the top and the bottom and created a belly band, and on the inside of that, an envelope that I added some bling and a little cutout of that red pattern from Hobby Lobby, that red fabric, and that goes on the inside there. And behind that is a journaling card, and this is another image from the Graphics Fairy. So that fits right in there. There is a lot of writing space in this journal, and the pages have been tea stained. And this paper right here was another thing that my thoughtful daughter brought back to me. It was so sweet. She was gone for a year, so I didn't see her for a year, so I was so excited to see her. And she brought me back a stack of origami papers, and they had these plain papers in between the patterned, but look at these. Oh my goodness. And they're I don't know exactly how they're made, but they're sturdier than a plain piece of writing paper, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited to use these in other journals. The prints are beautiful. So I was excited about this. Yay! Thank you, thank you. And so that's going to be throughout the journal. I'll show you those. We got a doily. This is a, what is this? This is just a pocket that I made. This is the center of the first signature, and I sewed across the bottom and added some more of that green cloth. and just a bunch of ephemera. And here is 2 of my snippets that I made. Like I always make a long snippet roll, and I cut it down to fit on each side of the pockets. We've got an envelope here with writing on the inside. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. And here is another piece, or excuse me, an envelope from that matches that other red one. And here's some more of the ephemera from my daughter. These are some of the places that they visited in Kyoto. And on this side here is a tag that I made with those origami papers. It has some writing space on the back. And here's another tag from another pattern of that origami paper. And look at this gorgeous, gorgeous postcard. Isn't that beautiful? Yay, yay, yay. I'll put all those back in later. And then this is this is the other side of that children's book. There is a story about 3 Asian little boys in there. Origami paper, writing paper. Here's a side pocket that I made, and this is an image from the Graphics Fairy. And these 2 fussy cut images, this was a blouse that I got at Goodwill. It was from Forever 21. And let me show you, it had all of these gorgeous appliques patterned throughout the blouse, so I just cut a bunch out. And so I have some left over that I'm going to use later, so that's where that was from. And another image from the Graphics Fairy. And here's some more ephemera from my daughter. This is from a temple that they visited. And another beautiful image from the Graphics Fairy on there. And then this right here is a dangle from a necklace that was broken that I just am removing, you know, piece by piece depending on the journal, and some more fabric scraps that I created a cluster. More writing space. There's the other half of that children's story. And then on this side, this is part of a purse that I deconstructed, and I thought that looked Asian. And then here is some more of that red fabric from Hobby Lobby, and this is a crewel embroidery pattern cover. And I've never done crewel embroidery, but I thought that worked great for the theme. And more writing space, and this is an image from the Graphics Fairy that I copied on to a piece of vellum, so that's really fun to do. More writing space, origami papers, a doily, origami, and here is the center of, and let me see the, oh wait you guys, it has 4 signatures, not 3. My mistake. Oh, wow. So this is the center of the second signature. I usually do 3, but I did 4 in this. This is from an atlas. And so this has some of the Asian countries on there, and I love the coloring. And here is a little fold out here that I sewed along the side. More of the temples that my daughter visited, and a journaling card here. So that fits right in there, and I put that little flower up at the top. More stamps, writing space, and there is, I kind of just fussy cut around some more of that red pattern of the fabric. Created a corner tuck here. There's some more of that origami paper, and I added a little bit of trim at the bottom. Here's some more of my daughter's ephemera. Look at that little guy. Origami papers, and just some more tags from my daughter, and another gorgeous postcard that I thought the colors looked really, really good with this journal. And there's the other side of that crewel embroidery kit. just some scrap fabric. And here is a corner pocket made out of some gold foil, and a corner cluster of some of the fabric that has been used in this journal, and some more ephemera. This is a double pocket here, and there is an image from the Graphics Fairy of some cherry blossoms. There's some ephemera, the origami paper made into a tag, more ephemera, and this image is from the Graphics Fairy. I fussy cut her out and put her on some another pattern of that origami paper, and some writing space on the back, and then there's a little flower at the top with some added bling on it. And more writing space, tracing paper, I love that, origami paper. And here is an embellished paper clip that is holding a little fold out. This is from the Graphics Fairy, and this is a piece of wallpaper that I had in my stash, and I thought the patterns looked good with this theme. So you can write on the back of that. Now I added a little butterfly on the top. More ephemera for the natural hot springs in Kyoto. This must have been a fabulous trip, I gotta say. And this is graphic 45 paper. And here is another tag with an image from the Graphics Fairy. So that clips on right here. Here's some more wallpaper that on one side had the like the koi fish and some lanterns, and you'll see it on the other side. That's part of it, and I sewed on some fabric scraps, and on the other side I did a simple collage. This is dragonflies that were on some tissue paper, and some writing space there, some lined paper, some more of that children's book, and vellum with the pattern on it, writing space. There's that other children's book page, and here's the other side of that wallpaper. You can kind of see right there, that is one of the lanterns that's on it. And I created a cluster here, and here is another one of the pieces of broken jewelry that I sewed on there. And I attached a scrap fabric cluster and sewed it around the edge, and also put a brad at the top. Writing space, origami paper. And here is another embellished paper clip right here that is holding a journaling tag, also from the Graphics Fairy. And this is also from the Graphics Fairy. And then some writing space. This is just a piece of lined paper that has been tea stained, and that's clipped on there. And then there's the other half of that, what am I trying to say? Cherry blossom, yes. And this is cool too. I've used this in a lot of my other journals. This is from a dress that I got at Goodwill, and I tea stained the fabric. The reason I bought it is because I love these appliques that are all throughout that. So that's just part of that. And I thought the colors went well. And here is another image from the Graphics Fairy. And then some more ephemera there. And I sprayed the back with some glimmer mist and some distress mica spray from Tim Holtz. And that's kind of a bronze and gold look there. A tissue writing page. And this is some more ephemera that my daughter brought me back. And this was these cute little, I don't even know what they are, cute little girls. Can you see them right there? Aren't they cute? So this was kind of like wrapping paper, but so cute and so perfect for this journal. And another little embellished paper clip that is holding on to a lot more stuff. So ephemera. What is this? That's graphic 45. And an image from the Graphics Fairy that you can write on the back. And that paper has been tea stained along with all the other paper in this journal. And on the other side there is another journaling card there. And this is a side pocket that I sewed onto a piece of paper, and this is from a jacket that was kind of, I don't know, what am I trying to say here? That you would wear out. It was on, it covered a purple blazer, and so I just liked the silk overlay, and I thought that looked really pretty. I don't know if you can see it's got some little sparkles on it. And here's some more ephemera, a map of certain parts of Japan there. Oh wow, Mount, I don't know how to say that, Kurama. That goes in there. Oh yeah, and here's where I was telling you about the wallpaper with the koi on it. So there's that. And another collage with the dragonflies and more of that Forever 21 blouse. A corner pocket with, this is the fabric that is on the back cover of the journal. And we've got lots more ephemera in here. A little tag from somewhere. And a journaling card. And a postcard that is from Mount Fuji. So that goes in there. Oh, and this says Chiang Mai, Thailand. So they went there also. And here is some more ephemera from their travels. There's the back side of that wallpaper. And another embellished paper clip that holds things on both sides of this page. There's a little journaling card that I attached some bling. And that's from the Graphics Fairy. And here is another tag. Look at that origami paper. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, it's so pretty. And an image from the Graphics Fairy that I did do some stamping. And she was monochromatic. And so I did color in with some pencils, colored pencils. I wanted to add a little bit more color. And so I colored part of the flowers with a little bit of pink, and I stamped around the edges and added some rhinestone bling on that. Put that back in later. Let's see where we're at here. More writing space. There's more of those cute little girls. Tracing paper. And here's another pocket, corner pocket. That's also the origami paper. Aren't those, I just can't get over the patterns. They are so cool. More ephemera. Look at this little guy. And it's an envelope there. More ephemera. And this is Graphic 45 again. That's a pocket. And here is the back page. And this is a 4 envelope pocket that I watched a tutorial from Pam at the Paper Outpost. She's wonderful, and I know you guys all know about her. But I used a red envelope, and I sewed around the edges and added more of my snippet roll there. And here is a gorgeous image from the Graphics Fairy that I sewed around the edges. And that is on a piece of cardstock. And then 3 little teeny bits of ephemera here. And there's, I think these were on a pair of chopsticks. Top of a pair of chopsticks. So those fit right in there. And then there is the back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was so much fun making this. I love the colors. I loved how it turned out. And my husband asked me, he's like, well, don't you think our daughter wants to save all these little bits of ephemera on her travels? I'm like, no, she gave them to me. She collected these for me. So I really appreciate that. And it just brought this journal to life. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. So until my next video, thanks for watching. Bye.